Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Gamer Dad here. Thank you for joining me for another video. This is like the updated version of my Nintendo Switch 2 collection here in the year 2026. I actually have over 500 games currently with the Switch and the Switch 2 kind of combined. I'm considering it as like my Switch library since it's both backwards compatible and everything. So, without further ado, if you actually would like to see the previous video that actually has all of my collector's editions, please go ahead and check that out, because that's actually what brings it over 500. And these were some ones that were upstairs and I kind of missed. So this is my daughter's for Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Then we have the Plucky Squire special edition for it. And I know that when it first came out on the Switch, it did not get good reviews. Like, said that it ran kind of poorly. And then this was one that I actually picked up for my wife for Hakuoki Sweet School Life. So it's a special edition, and yeah, it is limited where you can't really see the number in the back. With I think there was 2,000 copies of it. This was actually towards the end. So these are all sorted in alphabetical order. So without further ado, we can get right into this. So we actually have here for 13 Sentinels, Aegis Ring. I will not have time to be able to talk too much about each of these games because it's a lot of games. And I don't want the video to be like a 3-hour long video. Then we have Absalom, Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Apollo Justice. Okay, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy. I don't know why they would make the first... Why they would make that smaller in the print. You seem like you would make that the bigger one if that's supposed to be coming first. Neither here nor there. So then we have here for Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. This was a game I'm going to have to give a second shot. I was kind of disappointed in it. But we have for Adventure Bar Story. And I also did a video about why it disappointed me too, so you can also check that one out. Then we have here for... excuse me, for Akiba's Trip, Hellbound and Debriefed. This is like actually a remake of the very first game. This is not the second one. Then we have here Alex Kidd and Miracle World DX. Then we have Alice Gear Aegis CS. This is actually a double pack of Kimco RPGs for Alphadia Genesis and Alphadia Genesis 2. Then we have a limited run game here for the Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit. A good one. Everyone has probably in their collection, or at least has heard of this. Then we have here for Animal Crossing's New Horizon. I do not have the Switch 2 version. What it added in there wasn't really all that appealing to me. This is a game I'm looking forward to playing, and it's gotten like really good reviews for Animal Well. A lot of people have been telling me how good it is and that I need to play it. So it was actually a very fun game that I beat this year for Another Crab's Treasure. All right, and then we have Apex Heroines Platinum Edition. This actually looks like a very fun game to be able to go through and play for hack and slash RPG-ish kind of. There was a visual novel type game for Archetype Arcadia. This was a game I actually did stream this, beat it. It was very fun for Ariana and the Elder Codex. I do have a review for this, I believe. My daughters and me, we had fun playing this. For ARMS, a very underrated game that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about. And then we have RZ, the Jewel of Faramore. This was a limited run game with cutscenes very reminiscent to the old school Legend of Zelda games, the bad ones. So, and then we have here for Assassin's Creed, the Rebel Collection. Very underrated RPG here for Astral Chain, not Train. Although it would not surprise me if they did make a video game called Astral Train, just going through the stars and stuff. We have Astria Ascending. This was actually I loved the art style that they had here for the game. It's kind of short, not very difficult, but then my wife loved this game, her very first Atelier game for Atelier Lulua, the Scion of Arland. And this is actually the game that got her started playing the Atelier games. And then we have here for Atelier Resleriana, the Red Alchemist and the White Guardian, an import exclusive Atelier game here for the physical from Koei Tecmo. And she hasn't actually, she started playing, but she hasn't beaten it. Then now we have here for the good one, or not the good one, but the one that everyone seems to be like to revitalize the Atelier series for Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout. It took my wife 2 tries to actually get through this. The first time she played it, she didn't really like it. But after she gave it a second try, then she kind of started getting into the combat and everything for it, because it was much different from the Atelier Lulua. So she really liked it. Then we have Atelier Ryza 2, Lost Legends, and the Secret Fairy. And she's beaten all of these. I believe she says that 2 is actually her favorite of the series. And then this was the third one for Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemist of the End, and the Secret Key. One of the few that have just the regular, just generic case for Atelier Sophie 2, Alchemist. That's all it says. I don't know what the actual... I can't read that. Then we have Avatar, The Last Airbender, Quest for Balance. Huge fan of the Avatar, The Last Airbender animated series, not of the live-action movie. And then we have here for Azure Striker, Gunvolt 3. I would actually like to pause this video like right here, just say thank you to all of you, all the subscribers. I am so close to hitting for 1,100 subscribers. So if you could please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Please help me to reach that milestone and get closer to my goal for the year of 1,500. I know that with all of y'all's help and support, I can get there. And just if you like this kind of content, like this video, please do throw a like on it, share it, hype it up. It helps me out tremendously for getting out there to reach others and to keep going, keep growing. And I just can't thank you all enough for just everything you do for me. And I do respond to every single comment, good and bad. And just because I really enjoy interacting with you, this is something I really enjoy collecting, playing video games, being able to talk to you and share it with you. So, just thank you for everything. With that out of the way, get right back into this video. On to the bees. For Bakaru, This is going to be fun, taking them off of the stack and then stacking them nice enough so that they don't just go crashing down. Balan Wonderworld. Balatro. Yes, I do have the Joker cards. Inside joke for the Discord server. Mike from Switch Addiction, I want to say that he snuck this into my games, but I know it's for my daughter, my youngest daughter. So we have here for Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures. We just kind of make fun of him for inside joke. Then we have here for Bard's Gold. I really want to get to and play this. It's for Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 Remastered. Batman Arkham Trilogy. Then here's for Bayonetta 1. Bayonetta 2. And yes, I have all three. 3 is the special edition. And then we have Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Much different from the Bayonetta games. I do not speak. Birushana, Rising Flower of Jinpei. A visual novel that my oldest daughter is starting to get into them, so she's probably going to start reading them after my wife finishes them. We have here is another Kimco RPG. It actually was through limited run for this physical for Blacksmith of the Sand Kingdom. This was actually a very good game. I bought it digitally on sale, and I was like super excited to hear that it had a physical, so I went out and picked it up. Then we have here Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I really love the cover art for this. Just very anime-esque. Blood Rain Revamped. It's supposed to have a yep. I was like, it feels heavy, so yeah, it does have a manual that comes inside of it. Most limited run games tend to have one. I have here for super rare one that, I mean, these are just picked up for Bloodshed. Can't really see too well through the plastic. First person shooter, very reminiscent of Quake and Doom. Looks really fun. Then we have for Blue Reflection, Second Light. And yes, I have Quartet. So I'll probably play Quartet instead of playing this. Another game for my daughter. Bluey the video game. I have seen every single episode of Bluey at least 5 or 6 times. Not exaggerating for that. They actually, my daughters all just love Bluey. You have here Born of Bread. And yes, I do have 2 copies of this for Bravely Default 2. One is just the case and one has the game. And the reason I have 2 is because, I don't know if I have it in here or not. I do not. The actual cartridge is just black with the white writing that says Bravely Default 2. So I dropped it somewhere and I could never find the cartridge ever. So moving along to Brotato. That's it for the B's. On to the C's. Very first one we have here is for Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring the Legend of Zelda. Yeah. Well, very, very long time. I mean, look at that. It takes up the entire spine just for the title of this game. I wonder if that's actually has like a record for like the longest title of the Nintendo game. That would actually be something really interesting to look at. Then we have here for Calamity Angels Special Delivery. Then Call of Cthulhu. I need to start another stack. I should not be putting those on top of each other. That would make it really high. We have, as I almost drop it, Capcom Arcade Stadium, but I saved it. I passed that dex check. Card NCL. I'm torn between getting the Nintendo Switch 2 version for this because I do know it is fully on cartridge, and I know it runs like vastly better. Then we have here for Cards RPG, the Misty Battlefield Total Warfare Edition. Very fun game. Me and my wife had a blast with this one. It was recommended by a friend for Castle Crashers Remastered. That was just like a fun pick up and go game we could play. Then we have the Castlevania Dominus Collection. There. Catherine Fullbody. Then this is for Cat Quest. And then Cat Quest 3. And we have played and we have beaten Cat Quest 2, but the only way you could get Cat Quest 2 on a physical cartridge was the double pack with Cat Quest 1 and 2 on it, or after we got 3, they announced a trilogy pack which had all 3 games on it, which would have only been like $10 more than Cat Quest 3, but I was like, I'm not spending that much money. Then we have here for Celeste, which I wonder if now that some time has passed, if the price of that has actually gone down or not. Then we have here for Child of Light Ultimate Edition and Valiant Hearts The Great War. I put this in the C's because of Child of Light. Didn't know where else to put it. Those came first. Then we have here for Chrono Cross Radical Dreamer Edition. I remember like Chrono Cross gets a lot of, I don't want to say hate, but they just didn't like it as much as Chrono Trigger. Then we have here for Class of Heroes 1 and 2 Complete Edition. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this is a game that I actually kind of regret buying. I got not very far into the game before I was like, okay, I give up. I'm not doing this anymore. We have Clockwork Aquario. And if you actually like the game, okay, you can comment down below that you liked it, and maybe I need to just give it a second shot at it, but there's just something about it. I could not get into it. We have here for Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth. This is actually the Otome game my daughter is playing. She's like bragging, I've got 2 out of 5 endings. I'm going to try to get them all. I'm like, okay, you do that. Then we have here for Code Realize, Wintertide Miracles. Love this game. Collection of Mana. Cooking Mama Cookstar. Or if you want the other version is like Yum Yum Cookstar. Because they lost the license for Cooking Mama and there's a whole drama for that. Which is why Cooking Mama is actually delisted. And then they've just re-released the game with a different name. Have here, this is, I have a feeling this game is going to become rare and expensive in the future. This was for Corpse Party, the Tetralogy pack. If you don't know, it was supposed to come to the West, and at the very last second, they canceled it. So this import is the only way that you can actually get this anymore. We have here for a limited run for Cosmic Fantasy Collection, and I do have Cosmic Fantasy Collection 2. So I guess I have both of them. Cotton Reboot. Creepy Tales Double Pack. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. For Chris Tales. This was a very good RPG I beat just recently for Crosscode. I loved the art style that they had for it. Cruisin' Blast, a game that was just recently delisted off the Nintendo eShop. So, putting them in alphabetical order kind of puts them out of sync. So, we have Cry Machina, which actually came after Crystar. But they are both NIS RPGs in the Cry series. And there is a third one that just came out recently. We have here for Cult of the Lamb. I know this one actually just got another edition put out, which has like all the DLC. If I'm not mistaken, there was like a Switch 2 version for it as well. Then we have Curse of the Sea Rats. We get to move on to the D's. I don't know if these are all just D's or if this is like something else. Another letter in here for Danganronpa Decadence. And yes, I know that Danganronpa 2x2 actually has some of the games that's in here is a part of that. Then Darius Burst EX Plus. Actually, that's not it. Darius Burst Another Chronicle EX Plus. Why would you... I'm sorry. If you were just going to be reading this title, you would just read it straight out, and then you would do the second part. Would be the smaller part. What? Never mind. Not getting into their stylized choicing for the game. Then we have here for Dark Deity 1 and 2. Date Everything. My wife actually really liked that game, or this game. She spent actually quite a bit of time playing it. She got like all the different characters. We have here DC League of Super Pets, The Adventures of Crypto and Ace. Dead by Daylight. We're here for Dead Cells. Death End Request Code Z. Yes, I have the standard edition as well as the collector's edition. Demon Gaze Extra. This is the day one edition. Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles 2. Another Demon Slayer. So Demon Slayer, Sweep the Board. Destroy All Humans. Detective Pikachu Returns. Loved this game. Spent so many hours. For Diablo 3 Eternal Collection. Both me and my wife played this. I think we've got like over 200 hours each in that game. And super happy. Diablo 4 is actually coming to the Switch too. It had an ESRB rating. And I believe the rumor that I actually just heard was that it's coming out in September. And we have here for Digimon Survive. Another Digimon. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition. We have here for Disgaea 1. I do not have all of the Disgaeas. Then you have Disgaea 5 Complete. Disgaea 6. Yeah, I know, it's a generic case. I'm going to have to figure out something about to do with that. We have the Diofield Chronicles. Disco Elysium. The Final Cut. Discounty. Disney Classic Games Collection. I have played and beat Aladdin and The Lion King, but I've never played the Jungle Book. Like the originals, like on the Sega Genesis, not for the Switch. Then we have Dodgeball Academia. And hey, you might be thinking to yourself that about beating those games, hey, those were a challenge. I am proud. That's like an accomplishment in itself. We have Dokapon Kingdom. We actually had a blast playing this. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Wife and I beat that game. We were actually kind of not disappointed, but it was hard. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Doom Sweeper Rapid Fire Edition. Dragon is Dead. Dragon Marked for Death. We have here Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Dragon Quest Monsters The Dark Prince. Dragon Quest Treasures. I really hope this stack doesn't fall. Dream Cutter. I just had to paste it for this. So, DreamWorks Spirit Lucky's Big Adventure. Square Enix title here for Dungeon Encounters. And this is the very first one for Dusk Diver. That is getting precariously tall. We have here for Ayuden Chronicles, The 100 Heroes. Okay, I want to start a new pile because I really don't want that to fall. Ayuden Chronicles Rising. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Emio, the Smiling Man. Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. Eternal Radiance. This was an RPG but it had a lot of reading, like visual novel elements to it. Eternites. This one is for Etrian Odyssey. Everybody, 1, 2, switch. Everybody's Golf Hotshots. My daughter loves this game. Exit 8. I couldn't get into it, just perfectly honest. Have here for Fae Farm. Fairy Fencer F, Advent Dark Force. Fairy Tail. Absolutely enjoyed that game, even though it had spoilers for the story. Fantasian Neo Dimension. Because we watched the anime together, and where the story actually took you was past where we'd watched the anime. So then we have Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. Farming Simulator 23, Nintendo Switch Edition. Fighting Force Collection. Fight and Rage. Yep, I have two versions of this. So this is the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, which, where did it go? There we go. So one's the Japanese version, then the other one is the ESRB. This is Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Then we have Final Fantasy IX. These are the ESRB ones that just came out recently after... How long was the other ones out for? Final Fantasy X, 10-2. Played 10, never played 10-2. Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age. Started playing it, didn't get into it too much. Final Fantasy Tactics. Love this game. Looks and runs beautiful on the Switch. Also, the fact it has a free Switch 2 upgrade is a plus. Fire Emblem Engage. Wife adores this game. Just the Fire Emblem series in general. And then Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is like her favorite game of all time. Fire Emblem Warriors. Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes. Forgive Me, Father. As well as the sequel, Forgive Me, Father 2. This is the very first Freedom Planet from Limited Run. I have Freedom Planet 2 as the special edition. Funko Fusion Deluxe Edition. Gal Guardians Demon Purge. Then we have here for Gal Guardians, Servants of the Dark. Yeah, these next few games, don't judge. I haven't opened them and played them. It's kind of suggested them and they were cheap. So we have here for Galgun 2. Galgun Double Peace. And then Galgun Returns. With the savings and everything else, was like a deal that they had going on. I got each of those games for like $10. Garden Witch Life. Another delisted game. God Wars, The Complete Legend. The Good Old Days. Wife's anxious to actually play this. For Gory, Cuddly Carnage. Loved both of these games. Grandia HD Collection. I loved Grandia 1 and 2. Then you have the Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy. Graveyard Keeper. Griffin Knight Epic Definitive Edition. Gun Pixies. And to round out the G's, Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Adventures IX2. Moving on to the H's. For Hades. Loved Hades. Cannot sing the praises of Hades enough. Then we have here for Hammerwatch 2. Harvestella. Hearts of Crown. Or Heart of Crown, sorry. Hogwarts Legacy. Wife absolutely loved that game as well. Hollow Knight. Hot take. Not a fan. House of the Dead 2 remake. I really enjoyed the nostalgia that game brought me. Like, truly, the wife played it for the very first time. It was fun. Streamed it. You should go watch it. Then we have Hunt the Night. Hike Northern Lights. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. We've actually played through and beat all these. I Am Setsuna. Idle Devils Ultimate Edition. I'm really curious as to how this is going to play, because it's supposed to be an idle RPG. I know idle RPGs from phones, but I don't know how it's going to work on the Switch. Immortal Phoenix Rising. It'll Do Too. I actually really enjoyed that game. Jumanji Wild Adventures. Oh, Jump Force Deluxe Edition. That's a game that's kind of price or raising up there in prices. Katamari Damacy Reroll. The only Katamari game I've actually ever played. Kaze and the Wild Masks. Then we have here for Kimco RPG Selection. This is Volume 1. Then I have Volume 2. And yes, I have 3 and 4 actually are on pre-order. Kingdom Come Deliverance Royal Edition. Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. So this is Kingdom's Return. Time-eating fruit and the ancient monster. I had to write it down because it's all in Japanese. Like, I can't remember that. Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series. The Night Witch. That was actually a really fun game. I enjoyed my time with that. I'm going to butcher this name. Komajo Remilia 2 Stranger's Requiem. Elves. Labyrinth of Galleria, The Moon Society. Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. Landgrisser 1 and 2. I love the cover art for this. It just looks super cool. The Last Faith. I mean, just look at that. I don't know, kind of giving like Van Helsing type vibes. They have here for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Everyone's got that. They don't have this. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with the expansion pass. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I actually really do love the art style for this game, along with Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I wish they would do more games in this style, and I actually had a fun time with Echoes of Wisdom. Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. My family really enjoyed watching me with the controller and having to just swing it around. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This might be a hot take. I like Breath of the Wild better than Tears of the Kingdom. Lego Brawls. Life is Strange Double Exposure. Little Gator Game, Gator of the Year Edition. Little Kitty, Big City. Daughters loved that game. And here for Little Nightmares, Complete Edition. As well as Little Nightmares 2. This was for Little Witch Nobeta. However you want to pronounce it. I've heard people say it Live a Live or Live Alive. I actually really did enjoy that game. Game picked up for my daughter. LOL Surprise Movie Night. I picked this game up because just for the name alone. Lord Winklebottom Investigates. I'm sorry. It was funny. And also the fact that it has an axolotl. My daughters are obsessed with axolotls. Lost Ruins. Had a really fun time with that game. Lost Sphere. So we have here for Luigi's Mansion 2 as well as Luigi's Mansion 3. I know there's rumors of a Luigi's Mansion 4. I kind of wish they would actually just bring a port over Luigi's Mansion over to the Switch. Then we have here for Lunar Remastered Collection. Played through both the games. Absolutely loved the Lunar series. I've even got it's not even a special edition. It was just the Althena's treasure box. They have here for Maid of the Dead. Sure, another pile. Mail Mole. Mario Golf Super Rush. I actually really enjoyed that game. Everyone, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. No collection is complete without that game. If you don't have it, go buy it. Everyone needs it. Mario and Luigi Brothership. I think it got a little too much hate. I actually enjoyed the game. Mario Party Superstars. We absolutely love the Mario Party games. Play them as a family. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. As well as Mario plus Rabbids Spark of Hope. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. Here. Mary Skelter 2. As well as Mary Skelter Finale. Mega Man 11. Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. The Messenger. Mercenaries Lament, Requiem of the Silver Wolf. I actually really like that cover art that they have there for that. That looks special. Metroid Prime Remastered. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind. I remember the very first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episode. Rita coming out of the giant ball there. God, I'm dating myself. Mika and the Witch's Mountain. Minecraft. Daughter loves the game. This is the other one I need to get her to play for Mistonia's Hope, The Lost Delight. It's a visual novel game. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this because I know it's not pronounced how it's spelled, but I want to say it's like Marrow Chronicle H. I don't like butchering names. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I don't know why I could not get into that game. It just, something about it. And here, this was for Monster Hunter Stories with Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. And this is actually the Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. So. You have Moon. That was actually a really weird game. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. Moonlighter was fun. Moonstone Island. This was just a fun game to play with the family. Moving Out. We love this game, just throwing things at each other. My Sims Cozy Bundle. Alright, on to fun short game. Neon Inferno. Neon White. Looking forward to playing this with the family for Neopets Mega Mini Games Collection, the Neopian Arcade Odyssey. I played Neopets way back in the day on the computer. Then you have Neo, The World Ends With You. Neptunia Game Maker Revolution. Then here's Neptunia Senran Kagura Ninja Wars. New Super Lucky's Tale. Nexomon plus Nexomon Extinction Complete Collection. Don't hear anyone talking about this game. Nice Day for Fishing. A very interesting take on an RPG, I must say. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Now, for Nice Day for Fishing, if you are a fan of the Viva La Dirt League guys, so many Easter eggs in there. Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3. Slime Speedway. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. Nier Automata, The End of Yorha Edition. Knights of Azure 2, Bride of the New Moon. Nico Derico, The Magical World, Director's Cut. Copy kind of like of, if you're a big fan of Donkey Kong Country, you probably like this. Then we have Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. And yes, I do have two versions of this. It's for Ni no Kuni 2, Reverent Kingdom. So we have just this. It's just a generic box. So I had to get a second one there. Have the actual box. Next is Nobody Saves the World. No More Heroes 3. Nuclear Blaze. Moving on to O's. So we have Octopath Traveler, Octopath Traveler 2, as well as Octopath Traveler 0. Beat all of the Octopath games. I love them so much. That 2D art style is just, or the 2D HD art style is just amazing. So then we have here next is Omega Labyrinth Live. One Piece Pirate Warrior 4. A Warriors game in the One Piece world. One Piece Odyssey Deluxe Edition. Played through and beat that game. I actually really liked it. I'm a huge One Piece fan. Then One Piece Unlimited World Red. Oninaki. Old school, The Oregon Trail. When they said they were releasing this, I was like, I remember the whole black and white, or not black and white, black and green screens and everything going crossing it. Was just, this is a fun game. If you are a fan or you remember the Oregon Trail, I highly recommend you going out and picking that game and trying it out. We have here for the Ori Collection. Overlord, Escape from Nazarick. Love the Overlord series. Overwatch Legendary Edition. Wait. Oh, this stack. I gotta be able to look at the top to see which letter it is, so I don't. So we have Paper Mario. Penny Punching Princess. Tongue twister. Pepper Grinder. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Now, these Pokemon games might not necessarily be in alphabetical order. I put them in the order that they were kind of released. So, Pokemon Shining Pearl. Then went to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Oh, I was like, for a second, I thought the covers actually meshed together. I was like, oh, that would have been actually kind of cool. Which I'm actually kind of surprised they don't do that. Why wouldn't they just make them so that they, if you get both games, they make like one image? I think that would look pretty cool. Then you have here for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Oh, hey, comment down below if you think that would be a good idea for them to do. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. Ironically, Eevee is my oldest favorite Pokemon and Pikachu is my youngest. New Pokemon Snap. Loved the original Pokemon Snap. Then we have here for Pokken Tournament DX. I'm only missing one Pokemon game, like it's a spin-off for the Mystery Dungeon. And once I get that, I will have actually completed everything for them. Then we have here for Persona 5 Royal. This is the Steelbook edition. I'm sorry, the Steelbook looks awesome. I don't know why. I think I got mixed up. So we have here for Persona 5 Strikers. I have 2 copies. I think I meant to get the other Persona 5, the Tactica. And here for Pikmin 4. Pocky and Rocky Reshrined. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Princess Peach Showtime. I actually really enjoyed my time with this game. Just gonna go ahead and say that. Progress Orders. The only Q game I got. Quit Today. Not a game I hear anyone really talk about, but I really enjoyed it. Radiant Tale. Rapala Fishing Pro Series. Rhythm Heaven Groove. Ring Fit Adventure. River City Girls Complete Edition. Red Dead Redemption. Free Switch 2 upgrade with that. We have Resident Evil Origins Collection. Resident Evil Triple Pack. Retro Realms Double Feature. So it has Halloween and Ash vs. Evil Dead. This is another Kimco RPG dual packs for Revenant Saga and Revenant Dogma. Rock of Ages 3, Make and Break. Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven. Absolutely love this game too. RPG Golf Legends. You can make fun of me, I don't care. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You're playing through the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I love the claymation, grew up on that. So then we have Ruffy and the Riverside. Rune Factory 4 Special. Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. RWBY Eclipse. Grim Eclipse Definitive Edition. I had to break S up into 2 different stacks. So, this is Saints Row the Third, the full package. Saga Emerald Beyond. And yes, I have 2 copies of this because this one is the Japanese version with no English on it. Saga Frontier 2. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. A very underrated game. I loved it. Samurai Maiden. Saviors of Sapphire Wings and Stranger of Sword City Revisited. Sea of Stars. Great game. Then this is the I Am 8-bit version. Sega Genesis Classics. 7 Pirates H. This is a very fan servicey RPG. Shadow Labyrinth. Shantae Advanced Risky Revolution. Shining Resonance Refrain. Good RPG. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Shiren the Wanderer, the Tower of Fortune and the Dice of Fate. Shovel Knight Dig. Signalis. Sense Memories Off the Starry Sky. The Sisters Party of the Year. Sky Oceans Wings for Hire. Slay the Princess, The Pristine Cut. Slay the Spire, a very fun game. I really enjoyed playing that. SNK Heroines, Tag Team Frenzy. Some Convenience Store. The end is in sight. Only about 100 more to go. Next is Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Mania. Sonic X Shadow Generations. I kind of want to pick up the Sonic Racing Crossworlds. If you actually have that game and you've played it, let me know if it's any good for me to be able to buy it. I was like, I keep seeing it, but I haven't found it anywhere on sale. Still at $60. South Park Snow Day. Sparklight. This is actually a very fun game, very reminiscent of like old school Legend of Zelda-y. Splatoon 3. Stardew Valley. Yeah, my wife and I actually really love that game. Starlight Legacy. Star Ocean, The Second Story R. Fun game. Tons of different endings to be able to collect for. Star Ocean, First Departure R. And yes, I have 2 copies of this. So for when I play it, one to open, one to stay sealed. Star Trek Prodigy, Supernova. Or I might decide to do like a giveaway for like some of these games I have extra copies of. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunin Unification Wars. Playthrough, beat both of those. Absolutely loved them. Just as good as the originals. Super Bomberman R. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Me and my wife beat this. Absolutely loved it. Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2. Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Party. Super Mario Party Jamboree. I don't know what they were thinking when they did the Switch 2 version. I don't. Super Mario RPG. Loved it. Have the original for the Super Nintendo up there. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. And Sword of the Vagrant. On to the T's. This one is out of order, so I'm going to wait until I get to there. So you have Taboo Trial Twilight Edition. Tactics Ogre Reborn. Tales of Grace's F. Love the Tales of series. Tales of Symphonia Remastered. This is, who hasn't played Tales of Symphonia at this point? Tales of Xillia Remastered. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. If you're a Tales of fan, you are eating good for the Switch. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed. Tim. Tevi. Theatrhythm Final Bar Line. Rhythm-based Final Fantasy, Square Enix music. The Thing Remastered. This Way Madness Lies. This was kind of like on the shorter side, but it was still a fun game. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore. Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus. We have Kyoto Xanadu coming out. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. Now I can add this other game here. So, even though it comes after this, so it comes first is Tales from Zero, and then Trails to Azure. Not Tales, Trails. Trails from Zero, Trails to Azure. These are the dual packs that comes with them. Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. Very, very fun game. Like, one of my best top 10 games of all time. Trails of Cold Steel 3 with Trails of Cold Steel 4. Trails into Reverie. Nayuta Boundless Trails. It was actually a very fun game. It was like a mixture of Ys in the Trail series. Trials of Mana. Triangle Strategy. Trigger Heart Excelica Enhanced. Trigger Witch. Very fun game. I enjoyed it. The ending was kind of very funny to me. Trine Ultimate Collection Physical Edition. Yes, Physical Edition, even though it's like here in your hand. So why do they feel the need to say Physical Edition? Unless maybe they released one that was just like a code and box or something. Then we have here for Trine 5. Very good game. Don't hear very many people talk about. Tunic. I absolutely love the art stuff for this, and just comes in this own little case. All right, UFO Robot Grendizer Feast of the Wolves. Ultimate Chicken Horse, an Anniversary Edition. I actually enjoyed this. I have not beaten it yet, though. For Undermine. Undernight in Birth. I don't know how to be able to say that. EXE Late CLR. I'm like, I don't even know if that's actually speed. Then you have Untitled Goose Game. Surprisingly good game. Daughters enjoy playing that so much. Various Day Life. Whisker Waters. Got this because it's going to be like an RPG-ish for my wife, and she absolutely loves cats. But it was not what she was expecting. We have here for Wilder Myth or Wilder Myth. Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. 2 copies of this for Wizman's World Retry, because this one is the Japanese version, no English. Boo. Wonder Boy, Asha and Monster World. The World Ends With You, Final Remix. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. As well as Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna the Golden Country. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yakuza Kiwami. Yoshi's Crafted World. Same thing for this. So we have Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. So I have a Japanese version as well as, this is actually the European version. No English on the Japanese version. Ys 9, Monstrum Nox. Ys Memoir, Revelations in Celceta. Ys Origin. Ys versus Trails in the Sky Alternative Saga. And to round out the Nintendo Switch collection, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. Then we move on to the Switch 2, which I don't think I put these actually in alphabetical order. I just put them here. So we have here for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Beat it, loved it. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Absolutely loved the game. The graphics were great. Ran beautifully. Octopath Traveler 0. I beat it on the Switch too. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Beat that. It was a fun game. Hidden Gem. If you have not played this game, I really highly recommend this for Pragmata. I was not expecting it to hit me the way that it did. Like, the dad feels, the dad vibes were just so strong in this game. Mario Tennis Fever. Hades 2. Great game. If you love Hades 2. The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales. I will say this. Get the true ending. It brings everything. It ties it all together very nicely. Very great game. Star Fox 64 again. Oh, wait. No, it's just Star Fox. Splatoon Raiders. Loved it. Favorite Splatoon game of all time. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. My wife and I just beat this recently. We loved our time with it. Our favorite Hyrule Warriors game yet. Mouse PI for Hire. Great game. Granblue Fantasy Relink, Endless Ragnarok. Tales of Arise, Beyond the Dawn Edition. Inazuma 11, Victory Road. Mio, Memories in Orbit. Pokemon Legends ZA. I actually really enjoyed the game. Loved the battle system they implemented in it. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. The only true physical out there for this game. Mini Shoot Adventures. The Disney Afternoon Collection. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Pokemon Pokopia. As great as this game was, I felt overwhelmed with it, just to be perfectly honest. Persona 3 Reload. We have here the Yakuza games. So, Yakuza 0, Director's Cut. Great game. Enjoyed my time with it. Then here's for Yakuza Kiwami. Yakuza Kiwami 2. And then Yakuza Kiwami 3, Dark Ties. This is the steelbook for the Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. So, I guess I can kind of show it off to you in the back. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Pac-Man World Repack 2. Or Pac-Man World 2 Repack, sorry. Cyberpunk 2077. Kirby Air Riders. It was a fun pick up and go game. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Disappointed that it wasn't fully on the cartridge, and realized how much I suck at Mortal Kombat now. This is a second one that I have for Final Fantasy VII Intergrade. And yeah, for the other one that I actually opened up and played, I still have the cards in there, still sealed. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Runs beautifully on the Switch 2. Mario Kart World. Actually still enjoy picking this up every now and then to be able to play, run a couple of tracks. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Loved this game. There's a reason it was a Game of the Year contender. Raiden Remastered, The Mystery of the Soulless Army. Did not play the original, but I am very happy that I played and beat through this game. And then Bravely Default, Flying Fairy HD Remastered. Yeah, there were some kind of games on here that were kind of tedious, but I still got through it, still beat it. Very fun game. So here it is, my Nintendo Switch. Then when you include the collection edition, over 500 games. I'm sitting at, currently with the new one I bought today, 512 games combined between the Switch and the Switch 2. So I have a stack already forming for the next pickups video that's going to be coming along. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you're still around, just thank you for sticking it out. I hope if you have any of these games, comment down below. If there's any games that I need in my collection that you feel that like are must-have, must-play games, comment down below as well. I would be interested to see what they are, and maybe you'll see them in a pickups video to be able to add to the collection. Well, I mean, just now more than ever, physical media just has its own place. Not just for me, but for everyone. So, thank you again for watching. Have a great day, a great night. God bless you all. I'll see you all next time.